Hello and a warm welcome to all the viewers of India Today. You're watching To The Point. I'm Smita Sharma. Despite winning the trust vote after a protracted battle in Tamil Nadu, trouble still seems to loom large over the new Chief Minister E. Palaniswami as the main opposition, along with the former Chief Minister O. Panneerselvam, decides to take the legal road.
Tables, chairs broken, mics yanked and shirts torn. Even the Assembly Speaker manhandled. The session adjourned twice and DMK members forcibly evicted from the House. Nonetheless, E. Palaniswami won his trust vote, managing to defend his 2-day-old Chief Minister's position. Now the violence and the ensuing trust vote have returned to haunt E. Palaniswami. It's one challenge after another for Sasikala's proxy. Even before the new Chief Minister could tighten his grip on the chair, he had to face flak from Governor Vidyasagar Rao, who has sought a report on the ruckus from the Assembly Secretary. But the bigger challenge is from the DMK, which has announced a hunger strike from Tuesday to protest what it terms the murder of democracy. Also on the horizon on Tuesday is a hearing on a petition in the Madras High Court over the validity of the trust vote. The appeal filed by DMK claims that the vote was held in violation of the rules of the Assembly. Not only has the DMK petitioned the court against a voice vote, the main Tamil opposition party claims that the vote be declared null and void as it was held after an adjournment. If that wasn't all, there are indications that even Panneerselvam might knock on the court's door, challenging EPS's victory.
What we want at this moment is that voting, whatever that happened, that confidence vote, which gave the power, which gave the government to continue in this office, we want that to be gone. So that is the first step. We want another vote of confidence to be taken inside the assembly.
If the DMK is having any respect for rule of law, they have to have brought in no confidence motion. That is the legal remedy open to them. But fortunately, the splinter group of ADMK remained calm.
It has been 6 months since Amma was hospitalized. 6 months of a total power vacuum in the state. Vacuum which seems will not be filled up anytime soon. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, of course, as all sides prepare for the legal battle to continue, meanwhile issuing his first set of orders after having secured his position as Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister, a confident E. Palaniswami announced a slew of schemes which included liquor prohibition in Tamil Nadu in a phased manner. Take a look.
After Bihar and Kerala, Tamil Nadu is on the path to check alcoholism. On his first day in office as Chief Minister, Edappadi K has announced closure of 500 state-run liquor shops. This is in addition to 500 shops that were closed by Jayalalitha after the elections in 2016. Palaniswami made it a point to credit Jayalalitha for the decision. During Amma's term, 500 liquor shops were shut down. As we are continuing her tradition, I am delighted to inform that we are closing down an additional 500 liquor shops.
The
public welfare scheme announced by the Edappadi Palaniswami government, it has been decided that women will be provided with 18,000 rupees as maternity assistance, which will benefit 6 lakh women. Also, working women will get 50% subsidy to buy a new two-wheeler. Edappadi Palaniswami has also stated that he will work towards providing clean drinking water, and the new CM also has doubled the unemployment allowance for the year.
Palaniswami's first day, in fact, was an ode to Ammanomics, the other name for Jayalalitha's brand of welfare economics. The state government has decided to provide maternity assistance of rupees 18,000 to 6 lakh women. Women will also get a 50% subsidy on purchase of two-wheelers. The newly appointed Chief Minister said his government will work towards providing clean drinking water to all. The government also doubled the monthly unemployment allowance.
are these schemes good enough to acquire the much needed brownie points among the people of Tamil Nadu? And will he become a chief minister who will work according to the words of Amma, or will he become another remote control chief minister? Only time can tell. In Chennai, with camera person Vijay, Pramod Madhav for India Today.
So having won the trust on the floor of the House, will people's trust be there for Palaniswami, or will the DMK and Panneerselvam make his seat very, very jittery? That's what we will be discussing with the panelists on To The Point after this very short break. Do stay with us. You're watching To The Point. I'm Smita Sharma. Despite the high voltage political drama that we saw in the Tamil Nadu Assembly and Palaniswami winning the trust vote, there's still a legal battle that seems to be facing him, given the fact that the DMK wants to challenge that trust vote. Question is, will Palaniswami be able to continue with his seat of the Chief Minister of the state? I'm joined on the broadcast by senior journalist Sriram Lakshman, also BJP spokesperson Narayan Tirupati. DMK spokesperson is Sarvanan, and we are expecting AIADMK's KS Geeta to be with us on the show as well. To begin with you, Sriram, would you think that the DMK is in a way interested to keep this pot boiling in Tamil Nadu for greater political mileage?
I mean, I certainly do think it's in their interest to keep this issue alive, although I'm not very sure that they're going to be very successful at that. As you know, they've moved the Madras High Court with a public interest litigation petition, and I believe the court's going to hear that tomorrow. I'm not quite sure that the court will listen to their case very sympathetically.
Mr. Sarvanan, why is the DMK so keen to take forward this legal battle? You know, the man at the end of the day did win the trust vote, 122 votes on the floor of the House.
See, it's not about technically winning the trust vote, whether the procedures are followed, whether the speaker has acted in an unbiased manner, whether the government has the political legitimacy to continue this, what they have undertaken is the most foremost question. If you look at what had happened inside the assembly, all the procedures they adopted were illegal. So if we want to highlight what had happened illegal, definitely we have to resort to the courts to highlight the fact that
why would you say that these were illegal? You might question. Why would you say they were illegal? You might question the morality of doing a certain thing in a certain way, not specifically in the way that you wanted.
See, it's not about morality. See, since we are going to the courts, we are not talking about morality, we are talking about legality here. The way our party MLAs have been evicted from the assembly, that is illegal. They were contrary to the procedures established by the assembly rules, and the speaker had not given any specific orders to evict us. In spite of that, the police officers belonging to the Tamil Nadu police, masqueraded as watch and watch staff, entered into the assembly and they evicted our MLAs, which is illegal. And apart from that, I think the speaker has introduced the resolution twice in the assembly, which is again illegal. Therefore, the resolution itself fails.
Mr. Tirupati, do you agree with that assessment? Do you think what played out on the floor of the House was illegal?
See, it is illegal as well as it is not moral, because definitely the speaker should have waited for another day. When more than 100 MLAs are against this problem and they want a secret ballot. Definitely the speaker had adjourned the assembly for 1 hour. He should have adjourned it for at least a day or two. Nothing is going to happen. If they are if they had been very confident, they could have waited. We have another 15 days time. The governor had given 15 days time.
But Mr. Tirupati, at the end of the day, it still remains the speaker's prerogative, just like it was the governor's prerogative to buy time when he could have actually sworn in Sasikala earlier or gone ahead with the swearing in process.
No, that what you say is right. That is why I said it is legal as well as moral. They should have definitely waited, because we have been saying that all these MLAs were kidnapped. All these MLAs were held in captive, and in a batch they have gone there. So how do you come to a conclusion that these people are free by that time? Only if they had been allowed a secret ballot. People say that there is no precedence for that, but precedence means something has to start. No, you could have definitely started this in Tamil Nadu. Why there is so much of commotion? Why should this violence should happen? It is not at all needed. And they should have proved that the MLAs are very free, independently they have voted. If they had done that, definitely Tamil Nadu would have been a happier and a peaceful state. Now that these people have done this, they have brought a very big shame to the state of Tamil Nadu. So
Sriram,
tomorrow, we hope that the court,
Sriram, the scenes that played out in the assembly, absolutely ugly ruckus there, and we saw those pictures of MK Stalin with a torn shirt. But the questions that Saravanan is raising out here on the show, are these questions that most of the people sort of relate to at this point in time? Are there people who are advocating that yes, there should have actually been a secret ballot?
You know, not the layperson on the street is not a lawyer. So a question on whether there should be a secret ballot or not is essentially a constitutional question. And, you know, I tend to agree with you, Smita. There's the question of morality and a question of legality. I think a lot of moral issues have been raised here, and a lot of moral norms have been broken, but I'm not quite sure that anything illegal has been done. I think Mr. Narayanan said that the MLAs were coerced, but then, you know, signatures were produced. Mr. OPS didn't have the counter signatures. Yes, there is some...
We have charged that the signatures were definitely compelled and taken. That is what we were all charging.
No, but what stopped the MLAs then from turning back?
I do think there were morally dubious situations over the last few years, but the court is going to look at legality. The court is going to look at legality, and I'm not quite sure the High Court has jurisdiction over the Speaker. So public opinion will be divided. You know, if people believe that they have enough knowledge of the Constitution and that there shouldn't be a secret ballot, and the Constitution doesn't support a secret ballot in this case, they'll be of that view. And then there are others who are not sympathizers with the EPS camp. They probably want a secret ballot. Again, we're asking a question. This is a question of legality, not morality. That's how the court's going to look at it tomorrow.
Okay, but you know, Mr. Saravanan, the Speaker Dhanpal, in fact, at the end of the trust vote, even noted that even if the DMK wouldn't have boycotted, walked out, even if the DMK and the Congress were actually present in the assembly, EPS would have still sailed through with the numbers. So the Speaker is pretty confident of what really played out in the assembly.
See, it's not a question of what ought to have happened. We are dealing with the situations about what had happened actually. So there is no question of the Speaker quoting that if they were there, then why did they not allow him? The irony is that members of the DMK party were evicted without specific orders from the Speaker. That is our grievance, and these are not the only legal issues we have raised. We have raised a whole gamut of legal issues which will be, you know, argued before the court tomorrow. Apart from that, the governor has also violated, you know, S.R. Bommai's case in calling Mr. Edappadi Palaniswami to form the government. So there are a lot of legal issues which will be argued before the court tomorrow.
So you think Panneerselvam should have been called in instead? You know, already Mr. Panneerselvam was in a lot of problem for smiling at Mr. MK Stalin, and now you are saying that Panneerselvam
I don't want to
should have
conduct
been
a parallel argument here. No, that's what. I don't want to have a parallel argument here going on, parallel court here. So we have a lot of issues raised, interesting legal points raised, which we are very confident we will be successful.
But do you think, you know, Mr. Tirumurthy, that there is sort of some sort of working on together between the DMK and the Panneerselvam camp here, as of course the Sasikala Natarajan camp was alleging initially?
No, actually the entire Tamil Nadu, the entire people of Tamil Nadu are against this Sasikala and co. This is the big problem. And definitely they have only numbers and not members. They don't have public with them. This is sentimentally people are very, very upset because the court has given a very big verdict. In Indian history, this is a milestone verdict, and both Jayalalitha, Sasikala, this Ilavarasi and also Sudhakaran are convicted.
Sir, but your own party, Subramaniam Swamy, kept on advocating for Sasikala Natarajan that she should have been sworn in.
That is his opinion. That he has made it very clear. That is his opinion. It is not the party's opinion. And here in Tamil Nadu BJP, we clearly, even today, we are saying that the Chief Minister is openly addressing the press from the Secretariat with the photographs of Jayalalitha. and she has been convicted as per, if they say that they are lawfully doing this, this is unlawful. They cannot keep the photographs of a person who is convicted. How can they do this? A chief minister can't do that. And this is the problem. They actually cross all the limits, and they have done this, and you cannot expect, threatening means not only making these people captive. There are a lot of ways to threaten and make them to vote for the person whom they have nominated. So what is that? There is nothing wrong in keeping a secret ballot. They should have done that. If there is no precedence for it, why not this? They should have started, and it should have been the precedent for the future things. That is what we are trying to say.
Okay, let me get in fact, KS Geeta, who's just joined us of the AIADMK on the broadcast. KS Geeta, A. Sarvanan here, Narayan Tirumurthy here, making the case that whatever happened during the trust vote was completely illegitimate, which is why this is being challenged in a court of law. And of course, AIADMK is all set to lose it.
I think whoever has filed the case, if it's DMK, I think they have done the right thing. This is total breakdown of the law and order inside the floor of the house itself, and it is very surprising that they have sent in some police officers in the uniform of marshals, which is very alarming. And if lawmakers can do that, this is, I think, what can the common man do? Tomorrow they will even send goondas in police uniform to our houses, who all of us who are opposing them. I mean, they can do anything to us. And what is the governor sitting and watching? What is the central government sitting and watching? And as the previous speaker said from the BJP, how can they keep? I mean, as he says, it's a convict. Jayalalitha is convicted, and they cannot make a mockery of the law. Tomorrow I will keep Dawood and Hafiz Saeed's photo. Will you entertain it? Will the government of India keep quiet?
Okay, KS Geeta, you are comparing Jayalalitha photo straight away to the making these analogies. But you know, so you think that EPS winning the trust vote was wrong by itself? It's O. Panneerselvam who should have been actually given that chance?
No, I am not telling who should be given the chance, okay? But whatever they did, why they should block out the cameras, why they should block out the mics to the press room. Why? Because they were guilty of something and they were up to some mischief, and we don't know what really triggered inside. That you are only blaming the DMK. Who knows what the ruling party did there? And those members could have also been attacked, and they have edited. Who knows? They could have edited all these pictures.
So KS Geeta, let us get that right. Let us get this right. You are suggesting that the 122 MLAs who voted in support of E. Palaniswami, as opposed to the MLAs who are standing by O. Panneerselvam, perhaps you're speaking on his behalf on the show tonight, of course, that those MLAs could have also gone in for all this kind of violence which played out in the assembly.
Could be, because it's open to speculation. Why you didn't? You could have been fair enough. At least you could have had your own pictures. Otherwise, release the pictures whatever you have taken without editing it. If you're straightforward, you have nothing to hide, then be straightforward. Or what are you duping the people? 8 crore people? They're not going to keep quiet. This is not going to be over with this.
So Sriram, you know, how do you look at the scenario moving forward here for E. Palaniswami, given the fact that he's still facing not just the Damocles sword from an opposition DMK, but from the opposition within his own camp, from the likes of O. Panneerselvam and loyalists to him?
Well, I think, you know, right now, again, I want to agree with the other panelists here. I think there have been a lot of ethical and morally questionable things that have been done. But again, you're asking me a question of of legality. I think he's home as far as the legalities are concerned. And I'm not even sure that he's going to report to the speaker that the 12 MLAs voted against the whip, because that's going to have them disqualified, and then, you know, those seats come up for by-election. So it's not in his interest to do that. If he doesn't want to rock the boat, that's not something he would like to do, and I think that's the course that he's trying to stay at the moment. His current preoccupation will be how to hold on to power and how to prove, once these questions of legality are dealt with, there's the question of emotion and emotion of the electorate. How does he prove that he is the true heir of Jayalalitha and not OPS? Because if you look at both their credentials,
or rather actually
as far
of
as who the true Jayalalitha loyalist is, they're pretty spectacular in that respect, both their credentials. So that's where That's going to be the next court to which this issue moves.
Okay.
And they're going to have to play that carefully if they want to hold on to power over the next few years.
Okay, you know, but Mr. Narayan Tirumurthy, Tirupati, my apologies. Would you think that, you know, the state has gone through so much of turmoil over the past few weeks, from the Jallikattu agitation, of course, before that there was the cyclone, now there's been this constant power struggle that's happened within the AIADMK. Maybe the opposition should give E. Palaniswami a chance to perform now. At the end of the day, we have been reporting cases of sexual assault against children, governance issues coming to the fore. How about letting him perform for some time before actually carrying on not just this legal battle, but also protests in the next few days?
See, that is right. See, we are not against anybody. We say that the government should function according to the norms and according to the law. If they breach the law, definitely we will be against the government. We will be definitely fighting against the party. And the last May, the elections were conducted, and AIADMK said that they were politically, they were punished, and Jayalalitha was acquitted. And that is how they took the votes and they came to power. Now that this last week's conviction on Jayalalitha and Shashikala is against the AIADMK rule. We have to understand that. They have very clearly charged that the AIADMK is a corrupt party and they have done huge corruption that really is shameful to the state of Tamil Nadu. Now they should understand and they should correct themselves. But they are not for it. Even yesterday, Shashikala's kin, you know, he has, Dinakaran, he has gone to the governor's house along with the Chief Minister. We have been charging that only. This is the reason. And we have been saying that the law and order problem is there. We have been saying that the government is inactive for more than 6 to 7 months.
Let me get a reaction to that from Mr. Sarvanan. You know, it almost looks like because your own party has faced serious credibility issues, that now you see that if you can fish in troubled waters here with whatever is happening within the AIADMK, you'll perhaps be able to sort of stabilize your own position.
The question is to me?
Yes.
Is the question to me?
Yes, Mr. Sarvanan, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah. See, you're talking about credibility issues for the DMK? Are you saying that we have credibility issues?
You don't think so?
I don't know on what basis you make that allegation. We don't have any credibility issues. No, we don't have any credibility issues. If you look at the voting pattern and, you know, the head-on-head record in the 2016 May elections, we have almost, you know, on par.
No, there were serious corruption charges against your big faces, sir. There were serious corruption charges against your big faces. The DMK has faced corruption charges in the state, at the centre as a partner. And, you know, perhaps this is all about trying to fish in troubled waters.
Struggling to prove that. The CBI is struggling to prove that. See, the CBI is struggling to prove those corruption charges. They are seeking adjournments after adjournments. So please don't talk about credibility. It is the ADMK party which is totally, you know, out of credibility because of what they have done to the state of Tamil Nadu in the last 6 years. They have totally, you know, swindled the state in corruption almost in every department. So we are not fishing in troubled waters. We want to, you know, save the state of Tamil Nadu from the clutches of these people who want to loot the state at any cost, throwing away morality and political legitimacy.
But would you think here, given the fact that KS Geeta here is also criticizing what happened within the assembly, maybe the two, you know, that faction of AIADMK should actually come along with the DMK and join hands in court?
See, when you say ADMK, it is against us. We oppose ADMK. We are not bothered whether they are with us or we don't want us with them, especially. We will fight for the people of Tamil Nadu, which we have kept on. Every issue which has, you know, affected the state of Tamil Nadu, we have either protested or approached the courts to seek appropriate relief. This is not the first time we are approaching the court. That having, you know, said that, if you talk about what had happened in the assembly, our leader Mr. M.K. Stalin has taken responsibility. He has even apologized to the speaker for what had happened inside, and he wanted him to continue the proceedings, but Mr. Dhanapal flatly refused, listening to instructions from somewhere else. This is an allegation which we have made, our party leader has made against the speaker. but no explanation has come forward. We are also getting reports, I don't know, unverified reports that Mr. Dhanapalan was also there in the Kuatur resorts, and he has also visited the Boys Garden residence.
So, K.S. Geeta,
all these things, you know, through
okay,
the impartiality of the speaker.
K.S. Geeta, if you know your faction of the AIADMK believes that there was a question of impartiality, illegality, are you also planning to take it up as a legal battle against EPS?
See, I don't belong to any faction. I belong to the party first, okay? And I've been repeating what does wrong. I don't support either of them, okay?
No,
and
but the party is literally
I would like to appeal on the national media here to, no, 1 second, please,
Yes.
please let me speak, because you know this is lot of people are calling me up. No, you have to give us a chance.
Sure.
Okay, Mr. Tirupati, you people should first ask your Prime Minister to send in a full-time governor, and this part-time governor doesn't work because this is a big state and you're going to spoil the whole atmosphere in Tamil Nadu, the political atmosphere, and even the government has to take action on EPS. He has not got a good track record. Intelligence people should look into it. There are a lot of people agitating in his hometown. They are all being intimidated, and we don't want a Gunda Chief Minister in EPS or any of them. Everybody, whoever is wrong, and please don't try to talk this old politics. Today the generations don't want all this 60-70 years politics. Come on, let us change. The media is strong.
Okay, you've made your point, ma'am. Ma'am, you've made your point. So, Mr. Tirupati, very briefly then, what should the role of the BJP be here? You know, should the government at the centre perhaps take a view of what's playing out in Tamil Nadu?
No, see, what I am trying to say is, whoever governs Tamil Nadu state, they should give a clean administration. So far, the same AIADMK government has not done very well. We have been charging this government right from the day when Ms. Jayalalitha got admitted in the hospital. From then on, the administration is very, very poor and very bad. That is what we are charging right from September, if I am right. Now, the another thing is that last when Mr. O. Panneerselvam took over the charge after demise of Jayalalitha, definitely we are very clear that Mr. O. Panneerselvam cooperated with the centre and we have been cooperating with the state. Now, we don't want all these violence to happen in assembly, and the same way the state, you know, if no MLAs can go. Remember, any AIADMK MLAs, they cannot go to their villages. And in front of all their houses, lot of police bandop. My only question is this.
Sir, I get it. You raising questions as well on this current Chief Minister and the way things have progressed. 15 seconds answer from you, Sriram.
Why they have not called the governor?
Yes, Mr. Tirupati, you made your point. 15 seconds, Sriram. Do you see the high voltage political drama in Tamil Nadu is far from over at the moment, especially for the new Chief Minister?
Yes, I mean, we'll have to wait and see how the High Court proceedings pan out tomorrow.
Right.
But certainly this is not the end of the issue, and it will lead all the way up to the next elections. And I want to add, Smita, that I think everybody's fishing in dirty waters. That's what political parties do. And everybody's got dirt on their hands. Nobody is clean. And I agree with Ms. Geeta. I think the younger generation is sick and tired of this.
Absolutely.
And, we need a moral revolution in politics.
Absolutely. Let's just see, you know, if you can have another perhaps
and everybody's dirty.
People taking to the streets, because clearly Chennaites who once were famous for being early sleepers, but now they stay awake till pretty late, and they are in the mood to, of course, carry on revolutions when needed. This is the new face of Tamil Nadu in the latest political round of developments. But many thanks for all of you to have joined on the show. Mr. A. Saravanan, Narayan Tirupati,
thank you.
K.S. Geeta and Sriram Lakshman. Clearly, this political saga is far from over. As they say, watch this space.